On this channel, I make a lot of reviews and setup guides for various camera microphones. And one question I constantly get from you guys is what is the difference between mono and stereo audio? And how do you edit those in post-production? So in this video, I'm finally going to answer these questions. Now, first off, I am not an audio professional, but I have made hundreds of YouTube videos over the past few years. So I understand audio in practical terms, to record it on camera and edit it into a YouTube video. And that's how I'm going to explain it to you guys today. So what is mono audio? In a mono recording, there is only one audio track, and it is played through a single speaker or earpiece. It's like having all the sound coming from one source, making it sound centered and uniform. Now, most directional microphones like the Rode VideoMic Pro, which is what I use here in the studio, and the Rode Video Micro, all record in mono or single track audio. These kinds of microphones are best to use whenever you want to record audio that is coming from a specific source, largely ignoring audio coming from the sides and the back of the camera. So what is stereo audio? If mono audio is a single audio signal, a stereo recording has two separate audio signals, typically designated as the left and right channels. When you listen to stereo audio, different parts of the sound can come from different directions, creating a sense of space and depth. Microphones that offer stereo recordings are usually dual-channel wireless microphones, like the DJI Mic 1 and 2, the Rode Wireless Go 2 and the Wireless Pro, the Holley Lenlark Max, etc. I reviewed most of these microphones on this channel. These wireless microphone systems allow you to capture audio in mono, where both the transmitter built-in microphones record to a single track, or in stereo, where each transmitter records to its own separate audio channel. Before we do an audio test to let you hear the difference between mono and stereo, let's talk about how to choose the settings. This is usually not done in camera, and it's done inside of the wireless microphone settings instead. So how you do this depends on the exact microphone that you're using. Now, if you don't see an option to choose mono or stereo, odds are that your specific microphone doesn't offer a choice, and odds are it's set to mono audio. But on most high-end dual-channel wireless microphones, you can find this setting on the receiver of the mic unit. Now let's do an audio test between mono and stereo audio. To hear the difference, you'll need a pair of headphones. Earbuds are best. Put on the headphones and listen to this mono audio recording. Notice that regardless of what side of the headphones you're listening to, you can hear the audio. And even if one microphone is further away, as long as one microphone is still here, you can still hear the audio. Notice that in stereo, one transmitter can be heard in one headphone, and the other transmitter can be heard in the other headphone. And Martin does something like cough while I'm talking.
Or you'd be noisy in any other way, but you can talk, and she can be talking, and she forgot to turn the mic on.
So this may not sound ideal, but recording in stereo has its benefits. Say that one person is wearing a transmitter and speaking very fluidly, while a second person, who's also wearing a transmitter, is supposed to be quiet, but they happen to sneeze. If I'm recording in stereo audio, I can go into the audio track with the sneeze, and I can edit it out without interrupting the flow of the other speaker. So this is an example of stereo audio. So if I'm doing the primary audio track and Martin's in the background and he's also being recorded and he does something like that, then I can easily edit out that little track. So this is an example of stereo audio. So if I'm doing the primary audio track and Martin's in the background and he's also being recorded and he does something like that, then I can easily edit out that little track. So that's why you might want to record in stereo audio, but you'll always want to edit stereo audio recordings and turn them into mono audio before exporting your video, so that audio plays evenly on both audio channels. If you don't do that, then you'll make the exact same mistake that I made on one of my early YouTube videos, where the entire video was exported in stereo audio. You can check out the video in the link below to hear the resulting mistake. Now, some microphones offer the option to turn on a safety track audio recording. If you turn this on, your mic unit will record in mono audio, but it'll record two separate tracks. One will be slightly lower decibel level than the other track. This is a form of backup audio, just in case your main audio track happens to be too loud or it clips. If this happens, you typically can't repair or save the audio. Maybe also take off the furry windscreen to demonstrate this better. But if you have a safety track, there's a chance that you can still save it. But you can only save the audio in video editing software. So how do you edit stereo audio? The exact directions will depend on what kind of video editing software that you use. If you're on the hunt for a video editing program, by the way, I especially recommend checking out Resolve because you can get it for free. And it's just as professional, if not more, than Final Cut and Adobe Premiere. So within Resolve, this is an example of a stereo audio track. So first go into the Fairlight tab and copy the audio by selecting with the mouse and using keyboard commands to copy and paste. And drag the audio clips down below to the audio tube bar. Now make sure that the audio is properly aligned. Click on the top audio track and right-click and select Change Audio Type to Mono. Notice how only one track appears right now. So right-click on that track and select Clip Attributes. Under Source Channel, there are two options. The top embedded channel option is the one that's going to be heard. So in this case, we're going to select Channel 1. Now go down to the Audio 2 tracks and repeat the process. Right-click, select Change Audio Type to Mono, right-click on that track, and select Clip Attributes. And this time, make Embedded Channel 2 the top selection. Now to edit safety track audio, it's the same process as editing stereo audio, but instead of having two audio tracks rolling simultaneously, you'll choose one audio track. So that's my short and sweet little video about mono versus stereo audio and also what safety track audio recording is. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope you gained some new awareness of audio and it helps you in your next video project. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.